Oh, so you want to know if it's your girlfriend the one in charge of your relationship? If you're watching this, you probably already know the answer. Today, I'm not just gonna mention the most common signs that she's the one in control of your relationship. I'll also be sharing confessions from real guys. These are gonna be stories that are gonna sound very relatable for you. Let's get into it. Let's start with the most obvious one. Sign number one, she decides what you wear. I'm going to start with Mark's confession and the little story that he told me. He told me that he tried to wear a hoodie and all trainers for a dinner with his girlfriend's friends. He thought he looked fine, casual, nothing special. But then she looked him up and down, right, shook her head, and she said, "Go change. You're not wearing that." So what did she do? She picked up his clothes and he wore that without arguing. Mark told me he felt a bit embarrassed at first, but once they were out, all of her friends told him he looked so sharp and so, handsome. That's when it hit him. She actually improved him by taking control, and deep down, he liked being told what to wear. Alex has a similar story. He told me his girlfriend doesn't even let him pick his outfit, his own clothes for dates anymore. She lays out his outfit on the bed before they go out, and he just puts it on without arguing. He laughed, when he said it, but he admitted that it makes him feel cared for. It makes him feel like she's claiming him in a way that says, "You represent me, so you're going to look the way I want." Sign number two, she controls your social life and your plans. Let me show you how this works with two examples. First, we have Tom. Tom told me that his girlfriend doesn't just make plans. No. She decides who he spends his time with and when. So if his friends invite him out, she'll just look at him and say, "No, you are not going. We have something else tonight." At first, he thought it was a bit controlling, but then he realized, he loved how direct she was. He said it felt like she was claiming him, like she wanted his time and his attention to be hers. And he admitted he enjoys that she doesn't ask. She just tells him what the night is going to look like. And then we have Chris. Chris said his girlfriend has no problem taking charge when they are out in public. If he starts talking too much or he says something she doesn't like, she'll cut him off and say, "Stop, I'll handle this." He said it used to embarrass him when she spoke for both of them, but now he finds it kind of comforting. He said it makes him feel like she's the leader and like she's representing them both, as a couple. And he doesn't even have to worry about saying the wrong thing. Sign number three, she is in control of the money. I'm going to start with Daniel's story. He told me his girlfriend has his debit card. So he said it started when they moved in together, and she told him she'll just handle the bills. But now she gives him a weekly allowance and decides everything else. He said it was terrifying at first, the first month. He started to like it. He felt like he was losing his independence, but now he loves it. He doesn't have to stress about rent, food, or bills. She just tells him what's left for him to spend, and he actually feels more stable that way. And then we have Leo's example. Leo said that his girlfriend goes through his receipts when he comes home. If he spends money on something she thinks was useless, like, for example, a video game, fast food, coffee, Starbucks, whatever, she will call him out. Instead of fighting, he said he finds it funny because it makes him feel like she's keeping him in line. He even admits that sometimes he buys silly stuff just to see her reaction. He likes the feeling of her scolding him. Sign number four, she sets the rules for your daily life. Let me tell you about Ethan's story. He said his girlfriend controls when they're intimate. She decides when and how it happens. And if she's not in the mood, then it's not happening, no matter what Ethan wants. At first, he thought he was frustrated, but then he realized that he actually likes that kind of dynamic. It has its benefits, because when he finally gets the green light, it feels like 10 times more exciting. He says that is on her schedule, and that's what makes it so good. And then we have David. David said his girlfriend manages his career in ways he never expected. When he was thinking about quitting his job, she told him, "You are not quitting until you have something better lined up." She even made him practice for interviews and wouldn't let him give up. He felt, that she was strict. He felt that it was a bit too much, but he also said he'll probably be unemployed without her pushing him. And deep down, he respects that she doesn't let him slack. Sign number 5. She corrects you and she expects you to listen. I'm gonna give you another example. We have Ryan. He told me that he once did the dishes while his girlfriend was on her phone nearby. And when she came back to check, she told him, "You call this clean? Look at all this grease still on the plate. Disgusting." She didn't even give him a chance to argue. She just gave him the sponge and told him to clean everything again while, watching. He said the worst part that was that she kept making little comments like, "You are useless," or things like, "Do I really have to teach you how to clean dishes?" He said that at first he felt embarrassed, but then he started to like more and more how she was super strict with him, and he felt like he was being trained. He really, really enjoyed that. So if you see these signs, like your girlfriend chooses your clothes, she manages your calendar, she handles the money, gives you the rules, and she corrects you every time you mess up, then she is obviously the one in control of your relationship. And I have a feeling that you really, really like that. But it's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. For a lot of men, this kind of dominance feels good. It gives structure, it relieves pressure, and it makes them feel cared for. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these signs do you see in your own life? Does your girlfriend control what you wear or how much you spend? At what time do you go to bed? Let me know down below in the comments because I'm reading all of your comments and replying to them all. I see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video.